Good morning and thanks for stopping by Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith with your video forecast discussion. And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't wish everybody out there a happy Halloween. I think it's going to be dry. Clouds will increase during today and it will be chilly, but for trick-or-treaters, it looks like you're going to be able to get out and get your candy. And with mostly clear skies across the region at sunrise this morning or just before sunrise this morning, temperatures are ranging anywhere from the chilly spots of the upper 20s to low and mid 30s across the region. Here's the difference. Here in Sussex, it's at 28. We're at 32 here in Avoca Scranton and the Poconos, and we're already up to 47 at JFK and LaGuardia. And the clouds will be increasing throughout the day. Right now, certain areas have a little bit more cloud cover than others, and most of the cloud cover will begin to lower and thicken across the region and overspread most of the region during the rest of today. But it will be dry. Morning surface image from weatherroanoke.com and digital atmosphere software shows our storm system here over the Great Lakes driving south and east, and our area of low pressure developing off the North Carolina coast. These are two separate entities right now, and by the time these two marry each other and merge off the coast by tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night, they'll be well out to sea on Sunday. But this is going to provide for a very interesting forecast for Saturday, but most of today will be dry. Morning pass of the visible satellite imagery this morning shows a few broken level clouds at around 4,000 to 5,000 feet across interior sections of around New York City and interior northeastern New Jersey. Outside of that, skies are clear. And we're finding on the water vapor channel the lifting here going on off and south of the Carolina coastline here. This is one of the waves of low pressure. This is another wave of low pressure up towards the Great Lakes. And by the time these two get together, a storm system will form off the Carolina coast later tonight and tomorrow morning, and then race gradually and deepen very dramatically across the coastal water south and east of the New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia metropolitan area on Saturday afternoon and Saturday night. Better look at this right now on the radar composite. We can see the swirl of low pressure here developing over the Great Lakes and driving south and east. This will in turn help to steer this area of low pressure off the Carolina coast further to the north and east during today and tonight. And eventually what's going to happen here is that these two systems here and a new storm system will begin to form as this upper level low begins to cut off into a cutoff low over the Virginias and induces cyclogenesis right off the Delaware coast and then races towards the southern New England coastal waters by tomorrow afternoon. Watches, warnings, and advisories on the coastal waters here from southern New England all the way down to the Delmarva. We're going to get into gale conditions expected on the Atlantic waters and the lower Delaware Bay with peak wind gusts near 45 knots on Saturday through Sunday night. Right now, these are the outlooks for that time period. The seas will be building to around 10 feet possible on the Atlantic waters on the upper Delaware Bay. Small craft gust expected primarily Saturday night into Sunday over that location. And Monday conditions should fall again below small craft advisories by Monday afternoon. Tuesday winds and seas are expected to also be below small craft advisories. On the onshore component of a breezy, windy conditions on Saturday will lead to elevated water levels this weekend. Minor tidal flooding may occur with the high tide cycles on Saturday. It is possible, but very unlikely to also occur with the high tide cycle again on Saturday night. Things looking nice and calm on the aviational weather deck this morning. VFR conditions during today, although the clouds will increase through the day in between two low pressure systems that we just showed you, one to our west and one to our south. The clouds will continue to increase, lower and thicken this evening and overnight tonight. And two MVFR ceilings are expected to spread on all terminal sites through the overnight. Possibility for even some IFR, especially closer to the coast. Rainfall will also begin to spread from east to west overnight and toward daybreak on Saturday as somewhat of an inverted trough here develops from the oceanic storm inland towards the west. Mostly light and variable winds this morning expected to become more north to northwest north-northeast during the day and continue through the period. The winds will begin to increase overnight and toward daybreak on Saturday. The gusts are not expected to occur until around later or after daybreak on Saturday. The outlook for Saturday itself, MVFR ceilings expected through the region, localized IFR conditions, possibly especially close to the coast, including Atlantic City and Millville. Breezy northerly winds throughout the day. Saturday night into Sunday, conditions will slowly improve from west to east. Breezy northerly to northwesterly winds expected early near the coast. Monday through Tuesday, VFR conditions expected. Right now outside of Newark, it's 45, dew point 36, humidity 71%. The wind is light out of the northeast at 7, broken ceilings at about 5,000 feet. VFR conditions in place. Light rain develops late this afternoon, and that rain spreads in with a northeast wind at around 10 knots late tonight through early tomorrow morning. Philadelphia right now, we are in good shape, 40 degrees. It's chilly, 32 dew point, humidity 73%. The wind is out of the north at about 8, a few clouds at around 5,500. And once again, light rain will overspread the region very late tonight on a light northeasterly wind. Well, we're going to turn back the clocks on Sunday morning so you get an extra hour of sleep whether you like it or not. And as a result, it's also going to be darn chilly out this weekend with temperatures not getting out of the 40s on Saturday with a raw northeast wind, especially Saturday night and Sunday morning. The Sunday looks clear, but windy. And when I say windy, I mean windy. 15 to 20 miles an hour sustained winds with gusts into the 30s on Sunday. It's going to feel much colder than the mid to the upper 40s across the region. Let's take a look at the latest NAMWRF composite reflectivity forecast out of Penn State's EWOL site. Shows the lowering and thickening clouds from our coastal storm may be getting some spotty rain or drizzle around the region, especially nearer to the coast by later this afternoon and this evening as our one storm system to the south moves closer to the coast with an inverted trough, and here's our interior storm system separated from all of this, producing some rain and light showery activity across basically western Pennsylvania down through the Ohio and Tennessee River Valley. Now the clouds and the light rain and precipitation spokes will be ongoing tomorrow morning from our coastal storm or area of low pressure. Actually, it's not our true coastal storm yet. Now the two will begin to merge and marry, and there'll be spokes of rain and showers around in raw day on Saturday, and the periods of rain will be in existence probably on and off in intensity, varying intensity, especially the higher amounts, producing some moderate downpours, especially near the coast and in and around the city and out on Long Island and interior Connecticut, where maybe a half of an inch or an inch and locally heavy downpours can be expected. The biggest concern would be the tidal flooding at around times of high tide, and also the temperature is not getting out of the 40s with a strong and increasing north to northeast wind on Saturday afternoon and Sunday. By the time we do get to Sunday, we find the storm system well out off the coast now, high pressure moving into the region, but we still have an upper level trough swinging through during the afternoon, so we'll have some scattered cloud cover move back into the region. It will be windy with wind gusts into the 20s and 30s on Sunday, and those winds will begin to abate by Sunday night. Temperatures will be in the 40s, but it's going to feel like it's in the 30s on Sunday. So if you have outdoor plans on Sunday, make sure you do bundle up. That would also include Saturday. GFS maps into motion from the Next Generation Weather Lab at the College of DuPage. There's our storm system developing nicely on the modeling as well, and as it does so, it will push a lot of the rain offshore, and some of that rain will be intense right along the immediate coast, especially into southern Connecticut and southern New England, where the main axis of precipitation will be. The main, as the storm system really deepens by Sunday morning, right after sunrise, strong north-northwest winds will take over and make Sunday a raw, chilly November 2nd. After the storm leaves, high pressure builds in across the region with modifying heights and temperatures back to seasonal levels by early next week, and then another cold front will be moving towards the area. It may stall out just to our west during the middle part of the week with waves of low pressure moving along it as another upper level low and surface wave move across the Great Lakes into southeastern Canada under the block that's now in place. And that cold front will pass through probably during the afternoon on Thursday with a few showers, especially over the northern areas. Southern areas may not receive much in the way of any precipitation at all, and then more high pressure building in across the region for the late part of next week going into next weekend. So it does look right now that next weekend will not be a carbon copy of this weekend, but an active pattern nonetheless. So, happy trick-or-treating to everybody out there. Happy Halloween from all of us here at Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You make it a great and safe Halloween. Do bundle up out there this weekend. It will feel every bit of the beginning of November. For Garden State Weather, I'm forecaster Robert Smith.